My Flower. This poem is from my book, Snapshots, A Blonde View. The poem is dedicated to my daughter. A glorious gift has been bestowed upon me. The chance to live 2 lifetimes has been the decree. I see the bliss of childhood in its raw truth. I experience once again the innocence of youth. To relive all the wonders that I can now recall, to rejoice in the learning that comes when you are small. The seed has been planted and nurtured to hold, as the stem grows and the petals gently unfold. I see you mature into a lovely flower. I revel in the marvel each and every hour. In your eyes I see the mirror of my soul. I need to know their secrets and what your dreams hold. Share with me your hopes and fears as we may feel them together, that I can remain a part of your growth forever. Tell me your innermost dreams you wish to attain, so that I may know your joy and feel your pain. As you face certain obstacles along your way, I'd love the privilege of assisting you, if I may. Take fragments of my wisdom and make them your own, or enlighten me with your insight, as it is known. And yes, I will be your guide, or be guided by you. To stay a part of you, I would give more than you know. When my legs will no longer carry me, let me walk through you. Though my body is feeble and frail, your strength I will pursue. When I am no longer here in body, let my soul be empowered. Then shall I continue to live through you, my daughter, my flower. A blonde moment. To all of you who can laugh at yourselves. Blonde view. Have you heard about what they say about blondes? I will tell you how this lady responds. I must admit that I could be the cause. I understand that I do have some flaws. Well, I have been divorced for quite some time. Right out of bad marriage I did climb. Now remarried, and so happy I am. I do believe that was part of the plan. I recently came back from Montreal, the place where I was born, you may recall. I went for my daughter's graduation. Now a lawyer shall be her vocation. Sitting there with a big smile on his face was my ex-husband, right there in his place. He was flirting, staring at me so sweet. "Joel," I called. He jumped out of his seat. "Oh," he said, "I did not know it was you. My hair was curled. I look different, that's true. A lawyer, still he knows naught about life. We are divorced. I had once been his wife." The blonde in me said, "You must be happy. Paying alimony sure was crappy." He said, "There's another year to pay." I said, "Oh my!" A smile I did display. "It seems he will pay for another year." My new husband asked, "Why the big smile, dear?" I replied, "I'm a dumb blonde, honey. It seems that Joel still owes me money." You Will Never Rule Me is a French ballade. The French ballade is written in a syllable count of 8, remains the same for each line. There are 3 stanzas with a specific rhyme scheme, followed by a 4-line envoy that wraps up the poem. The same line is repeated at the end of each stanza. You will never rule me. Nice when you bring me a flower. Such gestures are so very sweet. Minutes turn into an hour. Time with you is a lovely treat. This heart of mine does skip a beat. With you I desire to be free. Together can we be complete? Dear Prince, you will never rule me. Gifts on me you always shower. With a smile for you I will greet. I step slowly from my tower, as my body builds up with heat. I must attempt to be discreet. Fear within me he shall not see. I may have to plan my retreat. Dear Prince, you will never rule me. To your will I will not cower. Beside me you may have a seat. I insist on having power. Listen well, I will not repeat. I shall not grovel at your feet. So what if you do not agree? Demands I will by no means meet. Dear Prince, you will never rule me. My decision will be concrete. I will not listen if you plea. I suggest you admit defeat. Dear Prince, you will never rule me.